It's January 15th, 2021. I'm trying to find with the camera lens, in this order. What happens is sometimes I don't see it now, but I'm doing a comparison. In this area where the pen is, sometimes there's sunlight that comes in that illuminates a white particulate. I see it as like a translucent white color. It's in this spectrum and dimension. It's not in my hind or foresight. It's not a floater, is another word that the humans use when it's actually inside of the gas in your eye. It's actually in the physical realm where the pen is. And what happens is the sunlight comes in, and the way the sun illuminates, it'll just dance real quick. Humans use the word in this area dust, D-U-S-T. Also, when I look at, say, the corners, now this is not on a cleaning issue, but, oh, here, now I can see them coming in a little bit. They just, I mean, in my eye, I can see them. In the camera lens at the moment, I can't. They're Peritrichious microbiota that are being brought in by Filtrate. If you look here, now this is on the inside of the window of what's collected. Now, if I open the window right in this area of the grate between the outside world and then the glass, there's this, I don't know if you can see it now. I mean, again, on the camera, it's so hard to see. But you can see the shift, see if you can see it better. Inside here, this is what's trapped between the glass window and the outside world. This is the, whatever's falling from the sky. It's like a gray-black silt color. Let's see if I open it. Yeah, now you can see it. That's what falls from the sky in some kind of silt, but that's in my breathing air. I mean, just the outside environmental for why might there be breathing problems? What are they inhaling? This is some of just, I mean, this is not an enhanced, this is just a random sample of what comes down from this color light. Here. Today it's so, I think they call it clear skies. I heard one of the reporters use the other day. I mean, I'm seeing in this area over here, I see more of like a blue. Over here, I see more of a white. But then there's that other light that's coming through. That's the high amounts of UV that make it difficult to even see contrast or color value in the actual shot or the actual film sequence. And my eyes, I mean, that's why I was wearing sunglasses for so long, just to prove a point, until they just got up and walked away, it feels like. I can't find them anywhere. But anyway, so the other day I was here, and there was a high particulate amount in the light that was coming through. It was like, for lack of a better word, they look like little strings. Sometimes they're just dots that float in the air that you can catch on a light beam, which is how they're being transmitted. And then, oh, here, there's one right there. And they just float through the air. There's one that just went that way. Yeah, now I can see them. Now I can see them coming through. But again, they're hard to catch on this spectrum, but sometimes it looks like string. Oh, there's one right here. They look like string at times. Sometimes it looks like a string that has another string attached to give it motility. At other times, it's just small dust, fine dust particles, almost like if you were a craftsman and you were using sandpaper on a piece of milled wood, and that fine particulate that goes up into the air. It almost looks like that, not that color quality though. It's more of a, it really looks as white as this paint right here, which makes it difficult in that particular sun-graded light to catch its whatever. So I don't know if that's how it's traveling into this dimension, is through the high amounts of UV that's being pumped in, but it looks like the microbiota in a dry mount, like in a dry physicality just floating through the air, instead of like an oil immersion or a wet mount for medical microbiology and epidemiology. So that's one mode of transmission, but again, I don't know how or to whom to address these things. But it, again, is in this area that I've been held in, or I've been brought to this at this stage of my life, in the same Long Island, aptly named so, just outside of New York State, or on the side of New York State, or like an accompaniment of some sort. There is a water body, and then you have to take several bridges to get to Long Island, I'm told, from the mainland. Well, a couple of them, but so I don't leave the island very often. I wouldn't know where to go. But yesterday it was a higher amount of particulate floating through the air in the room. Today it doesn't seem to be nearly as visibly present. But what happens is I breathe it through my nose, and it causes a whole different biological process. I'd rather not say on film, but it's something that's plagues the local area. It doesn't happen everywhere, and it also is where my nose. I'm constantly touching my nose because it's all of this Peritrichious nano almost technology, like particulate that's floating in the air that one can't help but breathe in. Even with a mask on, it doesn't help because I mean, you can't live with a breathing mask on like that. It's just not, that's not the answer. The answer is, why is the particulate here? Why is it coming in through UV transmission? Why is sometimes it higher than others? And why am I being plagued with it? It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It is Earth, solar system, Milky Way, universe, galaxy is broken.